Hey all, Russ here, RVerTV. Welcome. Well, we did it. This is the last town in New Mexico we're going to be crossing through. Kind of a neat looking old place, huh? Anyway, I was been on laptop stuff, kind of mapping things out. Because once I crossed into Arizona, I had to make the decision whether to cut up to I-40 and head back to the Van Cave or stay on 60, which would have dropped me down into Phoenix. But there's a problem in Arizona. They got some forest fires going in that Tonto National Forest, which there's possibly some road restrictions. So taking 60 down through there might be a little iffy. And second thing is Phoenix, that whole southern part of Arizona, it's a hot box for the virus. And they're putting on new restrictions, and truthfully I just don't want to be involved in it. I've been on the road a lot of days. We got to see a lot of things. So I'm going to call this a trip once I get into Arizona. I still have about over 300 miles to do. But we're heading back to the Van Cave. Once I get in there, I'm going to get into Springerville. We pick up US State Route 180. Remember that one? And then cut up to I-40, and then we're heading back to the Van Cave. Which, don't worry, the journey will continue in a week or two. Anyway, let's enjoy this ride. But what a successful little trip. I mean, we started up in Seligman on Route 66. That's where we started climbing up the hill, up towards, what do we do next? Oh, it's Grand Canyon. That was something. I read the sign, they opened the gate, and we were able at least to see it, even though with the restrictions. I mean, there was restrictions at every stop we made. Wasn't that a beautiful drive up through the San Francisco peaks, cutting over to Flagstaff? Oh my goodness, that was gorgeous. I will definitely take that route again. That was US 180. Then once we got to Flagstaff, then we went and checked out that Walnut Canyon National Monument. That was cool, but that was restrictive too. I guess there was some caves that I wasn't able to access when that building was closed, but hey, that's the one to go back to. Then we got to see the abandoned, the Twin Arrows, and that other one, Two Guns. Those were, I don't know, they're unique. I've driven past them for so many years, but it was kind of cool to stop and actually see what they were, what's left of them anyway. Then from there, we got to spend the afternoon at the Meteor Crater. You know, I've been there, 3 times now, and it's unique. It's definitely worth a stop. Plus the RV park. Now that's a nice park to stay in. I highly recommend that place. Then how about that dome at Meteor City, that another abandoned little town there right on US 66, which is actually I-40. And then always you gotta stop, drive through the Petrified Forest. Every time I go through there, I see something new. And that is just a pretty place, and really a nice day use area. They got all the picnic tables. Then of course going across I-40, heading east was all the restrictions. But truthfully, it didn't bug me at all. I was going to see family, so be it. We just kept right on trucking. Then we crossed over into Texas. Got to see the Cadillac Ranch and them cars. That was disappointing, though. I seen them when they were actually real cars. To me, that's, I don't know. I'd never stop there again. Then good old Paladero Canyon. Now there's something. In the panhandle of Texas, you got the second largest canyon in the US. It was cool. Then we left Texas and got into Oklahoma. Was able to check out that space museum, which that was unique. That was extremely well done there in Weatherford. Then the best part, I got to spend time with my family and had one of the greatest Father's Days I've ever had. So that was cool. And then we started heading back. Yeah, I won't forget all them storms the day I hit the road coming back. But then we got to see Canyon, Texas, and that big Tex Randall statue. There's a lot more to see around Amarillo and whatnot. A lot of those museums were closed up, so that's definitely a go back to. Then all the cattle country around Clovis. Oh my goodness, I've never seen so many grain silos and feedlots and cows in all my life. That was just flat cool. Glad I drove through there. Then a good one is unexpected. The Billy the Kid Grave Museum in Fort Sumner, New Mexico. That was extremely well done museum. Very well. 100 years of collecting them guys have in there. Right on US 60. Then of course the ruins. Oh my goodness. That was something to see. You know, there's 2 other cities according to that map. And with the restrictions, I didn't travel this time, but there's a go back too. You could spend probably a week running around that area, looking at all that stuff. Then Beam Me Up Scotty, the big, very large array. If you need HBO, that's where you gotta go. That was neat. And to top it off was Pie Town, New Mexico, and my blueberry butterscotch pie, which is still sitting here in the van with me. I'm gonna enjoy that thing. So definitely check out Pie Town. Very, very unique. Alright, here we go. We're counting down the last mile here in New Mexico. We done did it. US 60 west, all the way across this state. Think back, that used to be one of the main routes. Route 66, 62, and 60, all those routes. Okay, we should be getting close. And I'd say real close. Hang on to your seats. Get ready. We're in Arizona. Yay! Made it. All right, welcome to Arizona, everyone. I'm still a long ways away. So I'm going to go into Springerville. And then we're going to pick up that 180, State Route 180. We're on that clear up in the Grand Canyon, that 180. And we're going to take it up to I-40. And I guess the big question is, would I take 60 again like this? Heck yeah. I'd take other state routes. Matter of fact, this is going to be a kind of a new way of travel for me now. Concentrate more on the state routes and the side roads and back roads. Especially during this pandemic. Like going across 40, you just couldn't stop. Fast pace, I mean, it just wasn't a good trip. But coming back here like this, slower, get to see some sights. Even if the places are closed, you still get to see the sights. which that's what it's all about, RVing. Okay, we're getting pretty close to Springerville. Here we are, Springerville. I don't know much about it. You see it on the news a lot when they always get snow over here. They're in show low, but they always get the good weather too. Like it's 80 degrees here when it's 110 or 15 down in Phoenix. Up here in the mountains. Alright, look at the clouds. Might get a little weather. Once I get up to 40, I'll still have another 260 some miles to get down to Kingman. Back to the van cave. The van did good. Really no complaints. Nothing to really fix. A couple minor things that came loose. Not really loose. One of the cupboard doors on the big cabinets a little loose. I got to fix that. Electrical held up. Plus I want to rearrange some of the items I have in storage, like my clothes and that kind of thing. Make them a little more accessible. And put away the things that I'm not going to need very often. Some of the kitchen supplies and whatnot. I'll do that. Right here over the 4th of July weekend. Matter of fact, 4th of July coming up. Like this weekend. Unbelievable. Then the trip north, I'll do a video on the plans of that. Really haven't decided exactly. Once again, it all boils down to this pandemic and virus. It's just gonna impede travel all summer, and I've finally come to realize that. Hey, check this out, it's a cool little town. Big trees. Motor in. Springerville, Arizona. Another motel. Another one. Yep. Kind of a touristy place. I've never been here. Old brick buildings. Yuck Donald's. Now we're at home. Fun. Alright, well this is going to end our journey right here. I'm going to cut the cameras off because once I get on 40, we already filmed that going out. So no sense filming it going back. I'm going to fast track it home. I'll be home late this evening. And once again, 4th of July is coming up. Hope everyone has a safe and happy one. And I'll probably talk to you before that. Alright, journey continues. Talk soon.